items in the correct containers. For the safety of the animals that live here, please drive slowly, about 8 miles per hour, and take your time to watch the animals and to fully enjoy your Lion Country Safari experience. If you wish to stop to observe the animals, please pull to the right side to form 2 lanes of traffic.
Or alpaca. Look over here.
You are now entering Las Pampas, named for the grasslands of South America, where you will find a wonderful variety of animals. Watch out for the Aldabra tortoises. Those aren't just big boulders you see in the grass. They are one of the largest species of land tortoises in the world today. They often reach weight.
We're going to let you out of the car seat while we're looking at the animals, okay? So you can see them, because they're on both sides of the car. Okay, Mama's going to show you the ones. Go to Mama, she'll show you this one.
Look at the llama. Look at the llama. Look. Okay, Mom, turn it up a little bit.
Rheas are the 4th largest species of birds.
Look at the birdie.
Known as the ostriches of the New
Can you see the llama?
Oh, he's laughing. He's
inhabit the grasslands of South America and
turn up
a wide variety of plant species. An interesting feature about them is that the males alone incubate the eggs and raise the offspring. Although they are plentiful in captivity, wild populations of rheas have declined significantly due to hunting and loss of habitat. The brown pelicans are found along the coastal areas of North and South America and are a familiar sight here in Florida. With permission of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Lion Country Safari offers a safe haven for these individuals that have sustained wing injuries in the wild and cannot be released back to their natural habitat. Wild pelicans are at considerable risk of becoming entangled in carelessly discarded fishing line. Please fish responsibly and do your part to properly dispose of trash. The Brazilian tapir is an odd-looking mammal native to the forests of South America. At first glance, it looks much like an enormous brown pig with a body shape that makes it well-suited for quick movements through thick underbrush. Their elongated upper lip and nose forms a movable proboscis, similar to an elephant's trunk. As herbivores, tapirs feed largely on vegetation and fruit. They are excellent swimmers and spend a good deal of time in the water. Mammals that share this preserve with the tapir are the alpacas and llamas. Llamas were domesticated from wild guanacos more than 4,000 years ago and are still used today as beasts of burden in the Andes Mountains of South America. They are also farmed for meat and milk and for their long, coarse wool, which is used in weaving textiles. You should now be nearing a set of gates that will take you through to the next preserve. If you have not yet reached the sign for Ruaha National Park, please stop this recording now and restart it once you have reached that point.
Look at him. What is he?
You have now entered Ruaha National Park. This unspoiled African wilderness is known for its variety of wildlife. The greater kudu is one of the most beautiful species of antelope in the world. Native to the bushlands and woodlands of central and southern Africa, kudus are browsers that eat the leaves and shoots from a variety of plants. Males are known for their spectacular spiraling horns, which can grow as long as 6 feet. These horns do not prevent kudus from getting around in the dense brush of their environment. They simply tilt their chins up, laying their horns flat against their backs, and can then move easily through the wooded habitat. You have probably noticed the ostrich in this section. Ostriches are the world's tallest living birds. They are quite inquisitive by nature and will investigate new items by pecking at them. We will see more of them when we reach the Kalahari bushveld. The medium-sized antelope in this section are impala. These graceful animals are so adaptable that they are found from southern Africa to the northern limits of East Africa. In the wild, impalas are found at grassland and woodland edges, usually close to water. Impala weigh from 100 to 150 pounds and range from 28 to 36 inches tall. Females are similar to males, except they do not have horns.
Look at that one, Mom.
The male's graceful lyre-shaped horns are 18 to 37 inches long. You should now be approaching the gates to the Kalahari bushveld. If you have not yet reached the gates, please stop this recording now and restart it when you have reached the other side.
Look at the ostrich, Screechy. Woo! Look at those big things.
The Nile lechwe, an endangered species, is one of the most aquatic of all the antelope species. Breeding males darken with age and become dark chocolate brown with a broad white saddle across the neck and shoulders. Their hindquarters are slightly higher than their shoulders, and their hooves are long and splayed. Females, juveniles, and neutered males are chestnut in color, with white underparts, face, and throat markings. As their name suggests, they inhabit the floodplains along the banks of the Nile River in Africa, where they move back and forth with the rising and falling of the annual floodwaters. They prefer to eat swampy grasses and aquatic plants that may only be intermittently exposed as floodwaters rise and recede. They are excellent swimmers and are often found grazing in water up to shoulder height. Although lechwe are relatively slow on land, no other animal can run as fast through water or are as efficient in mud. If predators such as lions, leopards, hyenas, or wild dogs threaten them, they will escape to the water for safety. By now you have most likely seen the ostrich. These easily recognizable creatures are the world's largest flightless birds. Flightless because their wing muscles are not strong enough to support their weight. The adult males weigh as much as 350 pounds and can grow to a height of 8 feet. They can attain a running speed of up to 35 miles per hour, which is a good defense against most would-be predators. They are extremely strong and can be very aggressive, so keep your doors and windows closed and locked at all times. An ostrich can inflict severe injury with its beak or with a swift kick of its powerful leg. Adult male ostriches can be distinguished by their black feathers, while the feathers of females and immature birds are a dull gray. Eggs are usually laid here at Lion Country Safari between February and June. Be sure to keep a sharp eye out for the nests. These large ground nests may contain 30 or more eggs at a time. You won't be able to miss the eggs if they're around. Each one is about the size of a cantaloupe and weigh about 5 pounds. Although they are the largest eggs in the world, they are also the smallest egg in proportion to body size produced by any bird. If you are looking for a souvenir, ostrich eggs are seasonally available for sale at our main gift shop. Look closely for the scimitar horned oryx, which formerly inhabited North America but is now extinct in the wild. They are mostly white with a reddish-brown neck. The males weigh up to 450 pounds, and the females weigh up to 300 pounds. Their diet consists of water-rich plants. This is useful during Africa's dry season because they are able to go up to 10 months without drinking. The lifespan of the scimitar horned oryx is approximately 15 years. You should now be nearing a set of gates which will take you into the next preserve. If you have not yet reached the sign marked Gur Forest, please stop this recording now and restart it once you have reached that point.
Mom, Rob's always wanted to go
The preserve you have just entered, the Gur Forest, is named for the famous wildlife sanctuary found in western India. Its inhabitants include blackbuck, nilgai, hulan, and Asiatic water buffalo. These animals have a large territory in which to roam, so please be sure to look carefully as you drive slowly through. That movement in the bushes you mistake for a gust of wind could very well be, if you look closer, a concealed animal. Remember, please drive very slowly.
There they are.
You will soon be passing through the gates to the Gorongosa Preserve, but you will return to further explore the Gur Forest in just a few minutes. You will probably notice an employee in a zebra-striped vehicle up ahead of you. They are there for your protection and for the protection of the animals in the surrounding preserve, in case they try to wander into the domain of His Majesty the Lion. Yes, there are lions ahead. Please be sure that your windows and doors remain closed at all times. Lions can explode from a standing start and cover 100 yards in a matter of seconds. As peaceful as they may look, please don't tempt them to display their incredible power. If you have not yet reached the gates, stop this recording now and restart it when you reach the other side.
No.
There are a few things you should know about lions. For instance, they are not jungle creatures. In Africa, they are usually found in the open bush country or on the grassy plains called savannas. They sleep as much as 20 hours each day.
Wow.
Here at Lion Country
Yeah, they
Safari, you
sleep
will
a
often
lot.
find them resting peacefully in the shade during the heat of the day. If
You
you
got 'em?
do
Am I in
stop
your
to
way?
watch the antics of the
got
lions
'em?
or to
I
take
didn't know if you're,
pictures,
like, able to
please
get
pull over to
pictures
the
or you
side
get
of the
my
road
face.
and make certain that you are not blocking anyone wishing to
You
pass.
see the lions?
The lion is unique among cats in that it is very gregarious,
What are you
living
doing?
in an ordered group called a pride. The pride has a very definite social structure and is dominated by one or more adult males. By the way, the male lions are the ones with a large mane of fur around their
What did you
head and
find?
neck.
Food?
The core of the pride is made up of several related adult females,
Look at it.
some of whom may have cubs. Females
See
tend to
those?
stay in the pride they are born into throughout their lifetimes. Young males, however, are forced out of the pride by the breeding males, who consider them to be future competition.
Here, come
These
on.
young bachelors then live solitary
You don't
lives
wanna sit
or
on
may
my
band
lap?
together in small groups until they are old enough and strong enough to be able to take over a pride of their own. The structure of the pride offers some significant advantages to lions. One of the prime ones being
Now
protection
what are
of
we
the
gonna
cubs
see
from
next?
other
Get
predators
up
such
here.
as hyenas and jackals. A second advantage is
don't know
the
what he
opportunity
found,
to
if he
hunt
found
for
a gun
prey
or
in
what.
groups. Lions are not very choosy eaters, but they do tend to prefer
there's
large
another
herd
one.
animals such as zebra, wildebeest, and antelope. The females do the majority of the hunting for the pride and are very successful, catching prey in 1 out of every 4 attempts. They have excellent night vision and, although they will sometimes hunt during the day, the majority of the hunting is done at night when it is cooler. Once a kill has been made, the males usually demand to eat first and may consume as much as 70 pounds of meat at a single gorging. It is often thought that the males live a pampered life within the pride, but this is actually not true. Males bear the responsibility of protecting the whole pride and for maintaining its territory. Heard up to 5 miles away, the lion's roar is an awesome sound and is used to communicate territorial boundaries to other nearby prides. What can be better than waking up to the sound of a lion's roar? You can if you stay at our award-winning KOA campground. Amenities include a swimming pool, covered pavilion, volleyball and basketball courts, horseshoe pits, and shuffleboard. We have sites for RVs and tents, plus some cabins available to rent. For pricing information, stop by our main office or visit our website, www.lioncountrysafari.com.
Calm down.
You should now be nearing the next
Ow!
set of gates, which will take you back into the Gur Forest. If you have not yet reached the gates, please stop this recording now and restart it once you have reached the other side.
What are they?
I don't know.
Hey folks, why not try something wild for your next birthday? Celebrate safari style with the true party animals here
did that
at
too.
Lion Country Safari.
Remember you did that
We offer
story,
special
too?
rates for birthday
I've done
parties of
everything
15
for
or
you,
more, with
please.
specially prepared lunches, souvenirs, and ice cream
You've
for
done it all.
everyone. You'll have a roaring
We'll
good
definitely
time.
have a birthday
For more
party
details,
for
stop by our office today
We'll have
or
one
else
for
check
him
our
at a
website.
zoo when he's older. Because it makes no sense.
Do you like his haircut?
Yeah, I like it.
We both want to see his hair grow out, see what it really looks like.
It's just so hot, maybe in the winter time.
You know?
No,
Those are wildebeest. I mean, no, yeah.
Yeah. There's one with horns back there.
There's a baby. By its mom.
Remember to watch carefully for the rest of the animals here in the Gur Forest. Parts of this
Look.
preserve are quite
You see them?
heavily wooded, and the animals here may well be hiding in plain sight. The Kulon, also called Mongolian
those
wild
were those,
asses,
the
are
Kulon
native
with
to
the
Mongolia
horns.
and northern China. These sandy-colored animals blend in well in their flat, arid, native environment, where they feed on grasses and succulent plants.
those are the
They
ones
are
with
one of the
horns.
fastest members of the horse family, capable of reaching a maximum speed of 45 miles per hour and of sustaining a steady pace of 30 miles